Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear. We made it through the first week, day 7 of 31 days to overcome fear. Yay! Today's fear quote spoke exactly to my heart this morning because yesterday was difficult for me. My self-administered soul therapy session confirmed what is behind my biggest fear. I'm still not ready to talk about that yet, but I am moving forward because I know there is something more important for me. I've been trying to figure out when and where I misplaced my fearlessness. See, I know that I have not lost it because I can still feel it inside my gut. Every time I step outside my comfort zone and go somewhere I've never been, speak to someone I don't know, give something that is the last of what I have without thinking twice about how or when it'll be replaced. Usually my fearlessness erupts for others more so than it does for me. Why is that? What is it about me that will work endlessly for someone else? But when it comes time for me to focus on me, I'm tired. I'll do it tomorrow. Well, that's not gonna work. You know, I really don't like it when I ask myself a question that I already know the answer to, and then I still try to convince myself of the excuse I created for the sole purpose of getting out of what I know I need to do for me. For me. If you don't mind, I want to take just a little bit of time to verbalize some of my excuses so that you know that I know what they are. And the next time you see me, you can say, Jewel, you still holding on to that fear, girl? Ain't nobody got time for that. See, I went from being this surefire, confident young woman to this slow, burning ember, doubting and questioning every thought, movement, or lack thereof in my life. I get in my own way. There, I said it. Let me say it again. I get in my own way. I overthink, overanalyze, doubt even when I am certain, as if to play the but what if game with myself. It's a stalling tactic that I've almost perfected. See, to perfect anything at this time in my life would be to acknowledge my hidden talents and brilliance, and there's just no room on my pity party guest list. It's already filled with my excuses. This brief intermission is brought to you by my excuses. Let me categorize them, write them down, give them top billing and credit for doing their job, giving me a pass on being an inactive observer in my own existence. It's like I wrote, produced, and directed the reality show of my life and refused to be in it or even watch it. I know exactly what the problem is. Although my degree is in theater, I never pursued acting because I could never play the role of victim. And yet here I am, searching for another excuse to explain my lack of motivation, to make it okay for me to not be what I know in my heart that I was put here on this earth to be. Brilliant. After all, my name was no mistake or coincidence. So let's get back to the stars of the show, my excuses. Can't leave them too far behind. They are needy and require much attention and monitoring. There's my weight, age, trust issues, mother, father, siblings, although I was raised an only child. Did I mention trust? Oh, give me a moment. I never actually written my excuses down before, and somehow in my head the list appeared a lot longer. I must be missing something. Fear, maybe? After watching my last video, a friend back home called and said to me, you know you let the cat out of the bag now, right? You know that if you don't finish this journey, this project, this thing you're doing, this thing you're on, that it will be even more painful than it was before, right? You know this, right? Yep, I know. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear.